All right. What's the deal, y'all? It's Kali the One, as you already know. If you are watching this, please like, subscribe. Thank you for the love to the hate. It's all support. Like and subscribe to my channel, Kali the One, and also like, subscribe, follow, all of that good shit to the Viral Way podcast. Please keep the moving, and we're gonna get it started. Without further ado, I'm gonna make this real short and sweet. We get into DJ Vlad versus Marlon Wayans. My apology. DJ Vlad versus Marlon Wayans. They've been going or having some back and forth over social media, Twitter, Instagram for the last couple of days. He charged DJ Vlad $40,000 to do an interview. DJ Vlad obviously refused. This was something that I'm guessing was behind closed doors, and then DJ Vlad decided to bring it to light, and then so you get the tirade of responses from Marlon Wayans. I'm just gonna play the video for everybody so they can see it and then give my opinion. So 1 second. Starting today.
Comedian Marlon Wayans puts Vlad from Vlad TV on blast after Vlad gets upset at Marlon for charging him 40 grand to do an interview on Vlad TV. Now, for those who may not know, yesterday both Marlon and Vlad had a series of tweets going back and forth, and this is how the exchange started. Vlad starts off saying, Marlon Wayans found someone with 200 followers to agree with him. LOL. Nobody on earth is going to pay Marlon 40K for an interview when he gets between 100 to 300K views on any platform he interviews on. This guy is really delusional. Marlon responds back to Vlad saying, see, I tried to tell him I was giving him a deal. Oh, well, you mad? You unprofessional, my guy. If you don't like the number, keep it moving. You look bad. You should fall back. Mad at a black man stating his number, and now you go public and use your platform to try to drag me? I never in my life dealt with this silly negotiating tactic. Vlad then responds back saying, not mad at all. I find all this amusing because you really think you're worth 40K for an interview. I said there's nobody on earth that will pay you that, and I've yet to be proven wrong. Throwing out a stupid ass number for an interview is unprofessional, my guy, because your interviews don't even make 5% of that on every platform you do. And bringing up race when there's no mention of it throughout all of our discussion shows how weak of a man you really are. Even 1 million views is about 5 grand. Nowhere near the 40K he asked for. And he wanted 30% on top of the 40K. Like I said, delusional. Marlon then goes on to say, so yes, this has become about race. You're trying to turn us into crabs in a barrel. I see your angle now. I watched you play your hand. You want us to talk shit, beef and tear each other down while you sit back and make money. Meanwhile, you don't even show your face. Vlad then fires back at Marlon saying, not only do I show my face, but when I do interviews on the same platform as you, more than twice as many people watch. Here are the actual views from when we did the Breakfast Club 1 month apart. You reached your peak 20 years ago and have been on the decline ever since. There's nothing wrong with that, but you seem to think that this is still 2004. I've been dropping facts with actual numbers this entire time, and all you can do is play the lame-ass race card in response. So keep looking in the mirror and lying to yourself about who you think you are. The numbers don't back it up. Marlon then responds back at Vlad saying, see, Vlad, this is the moment you've been begging for, and I ask you to leave me alone. Let it go. But you want to kick a bee's nest. You can't compete with me, bro. I am legend, and occasionally I'll come off the throne and spar with peons like you. Keep going. There's levels to this shit. Marlon then continues on by saying, I see why you don't show your face. It's ugly. That ugly ass beard shit don't even look real. You look like you're in disguise. Shit looks like you take it on and off like some Mr. Potato Head shit. You're a culture vulture. We all know this. And I would tell all my people, don't F with you, period. Don't watch nothing you put out. You feed off dividing and exploiting black people and artists. You were divisive and bad for our community. Marlon would then pull out receipts responding to Vlad's comments, claiming that Marlon's career has been on the decline for years. Well, as you can see here on the screen, Marlon shows that he's made over $1 billion at the box office. All right, we talking about longevity when we speaking on Marlon and his career. Okay, so of course in his tweet he says, listen, here's why your platform is beneath me. I am legend, bro, and that's just the beginning. Okay, Marlon then would send more shots at Vlad saying, listen, hey, Vlad, how you go from this then turn around and start looking like this, okay? Turkey, okay? So, of course, come on. Marlon being the comedian that he is, he probably going to be roasting Vlad for the next month, okay? Then goes on to say, listen, Vlad, my entire community is allergic to you. You're a gluten-ass mother effer, okay? Hey, Vlad, you're way too hated by the urban community to F with me. I'm loved. You ain't. Watch the video. Where's your face? Mad you couldn't exploit me? How much the government paying you, Brody? Hope it's at least 40K. All right, now again, that was Marlon and Vlad going back and forth on Twitter after Vlad put Marlon on blast for.
All right. Y'all seen enough of that, right? I know I did. This is, I think this situation is the case that we've seen since the emergence of content creators and them having this newfound fame where they are, I mean, at this point, they're bigger than a lot of celebrities. They're bigger than a lot of legends in the game in whatever field that may be at this point in time. Now, I'm not saying that overall that makes them better than these legends or these celebrities and whatever the case is, but at this moment in time, there is a frenzy around these content creators, around these YouTube channels, and therefore they are the topic of conversation in this day and age. What I want to say about this, though, is this is when you think because of those things that you are bigger than the culture. It's the same thing with Skip Bayless, right? Where he assumed he was bigger than the culture. Once the culture took themselves out of it, he realized that he really didn't have a place in the field he was in anymore. And he realized, I think, that due to the people he was around or the culture he had immersed himself in and took part of, that was really the reason why he was standing. And so with DJ Vlad, he's been a culture vulture. He's been a problem starter. He's been an instigator for years now. This isn't the first run he's had with celebrities, black celebrities be that. And, I don't think it'll be the last. This is, again, there's levels to this, right? And so when you look at Vlad, yes, he's successful. Yes, he has made a lot of money over the, course of the last decade and a half. He's rubbed shoulders with a lot of prominent figures, talked to a lot of prominent figures. So from that standpoint of view, I can 100% understand why he feels bigger than life. Because to a certain degree, we have made him so. That goes for black, white, whatever, people in general. They have made him feel bigger than life. And so, when he's breaking down the numbers of, his Breakfast Club interview numbers compared to Marlon's Breakfast Club interview numbers, and then also 1 million views is only worth about $5,000 or something like that, and he was asking for $40,000 when he was only doing 100,000 to 300,000 views on a YouTube video. So while Vlad is wrong, I'm gonna get into why he's wrong later on. I do want to show it from both sides. Whereas if I'm a YouTube creator and you're trying to charge me 40,000 for a video that's not even going to make $5,000, that's not a return on my investment. So from a, objective standpoint of view, in a business standpoint of view, that is wrong for Vlad to do. If it's his business, why would he go ahead and give somebody $40,000 when they're not going to garner, however many views they're going to garner? They're not going to garner enough to even get 5,000. So it's like, I'm not going to put myself in that position. And he's at a point in his career where he doesn't have to. He doesn't have to take these interviews from these certain people for that price. You know what I mean? Or if they try to charge him, overcharge him, he can say no. That's completely up to him. Now, where the problem lies is him bringing it up from behind closed doors. To me, that's only where the problem lies, because you can refuse to do an interview with somebody and say, hey, man, that's too much money. I'm not really fucking with that. That's not business-like for me, business-minded for me. Okay, cool. Y'all go y'all separate ways. It's over with. But when you bring it up and you start saying, pretty much Marlon Wayans is not worth this amount of money, that's when it becomes a problem. And so, like I mentioned earlier, when you look at what Vlad has done, what he's been, talked about for his notoriety, he feels bigger than the culture. But what he doesn't understand is that there's levels to this. You are a YouTube channel creator, interviewer / journalist. Marlon Wayans is an actor, a comedian, a movie maker, a director, a multimillionaire, the same way as you, but for other things. For you, it's for sometimes sleazy articles or sleazy interviews, getting people indicted, drama. Marlon Wayans has stood on his artistic creativity the whole entire time. Not only that, he's tied to one of the most creative families, I feel like, when it comes to Black Hollywood, and one of the most powerful families when it comes to Black Hollywood. So you have to put some respect on Marlon Wayans' name, 100%. He's been out here. He's been doing this shit since I was a kid up until now at a very high level. So even though he might not garner, the amount of views that Vlad's looking for in that world, that doesn't mean that in another world he is the shit. You get what I'm saying? And so I think that's where the disconnect is. Vlad is looking at it from his pedestal in the YouTube internet world as, man, this guy ain't worth shit, because he can't garner 300 to 400,000 views or 1 million views or whatever the case is. So he's looking at him like, get out of here, peon. But Marlon is looking at, bro, like, all you do is sit online and interview people, and a lot of them don't even fuck with you. You know what I mean? I'm known as one of the greatest. He'll be known as one of the greatest comedians that we've seen when it's all said and done, and so will his family. So he's looking at it from that level: is how dare you try to interview me and then think I'm gonna just do it for free, or I'm gonna just do it for a little chump change? No, you got to pay me 40 bands, because if you want to come and talk to somebody like me who has all these accomplishments, this is what it's going to come with. You're not going to break me off $1,000 or $5K for a tell-all. Like, it's just not going to happen that way. So I 100% understand Marlon from that aspect. And there is levels to this. You're a YouTube creator. This guy is an artistic actor, comedian, everything in all these different ways. So there's levels to it. But when you have, from DJ Vlad's, side of it, when you've been the topic of conversation lately as well, a lot on Black Twitter, Black social media, your head is going to go skyrocket. And then you're making the money to back that as well. So I want for people to understand why he's thinking that way. It doesn't make it right. But what I really want to get on as well is, if DJ Vlad paid Marlon Wayans, right? Because Marlon Wayans said, you're a culture vulture, you're poison to our people, we don't fuck with you, I'm going to tell my people not to fuck with you. Okay, cool. But I call bullshit. Because if he would have gave you that 40K, we wouldn't be having this conversation. Would you be calling him a culture vulture? Would you be saying, my people don't fuck with you? Would you be saying, I'm going to make my people not fuck with you? Would you be sending them multiple pictures and doing all this and clowning them? If he would have gave you that 40 bands, you wouldn't have. So to me, at the end of the day, you it's hypocrisy, because you would have been quiet, you would have went on an interview, and you would have done whatever you would have done. And if you really feel the way you felt about him when he didn't give you, or when he charged you the 40 bands, why was you going to go on an interview anyway? To me, that's even faker. So I'm going to go take a bag from a nigga I don't fuck with, who I think is a bitch, who I don't fuck with his morals whatsoever, just because he's going to give me 40 bands. So you'll do anything for the money. This goes back to what I always be saying about our communities. There always is a price. So when his price didn't get met, he went to talking shit, and you ain't this, and you're not a part of the culture, whoopty wham wham, whatever the case is. But if he would have gave you that 40 bands, you wouldn't have said a peep. So I'm here to point out that hypocrisy. Don't then arm our culture against DJ Vlad just because you couldn't get some bread that you wanted to get. Because that's all it really is at the end of the day. Let's call a spade a spade. So I hate when our people, try to take this high road when in reality they had a price. A lot of our people focus on materialism. So they're willing to sell the culture out regardless for the bread. And that's what he was going to do. He was going to get on an interview and do whatever he was going to do for 40 bands, but he didn't meet his price. So ultimately, y'all are mad at DJ Vlad, but at the end of the day, we're the ones that have made him this powerful. All of them Black celebrities that took money, knowing he's had people indicted, knowing he's caused drama in the streets, knowing he's instigated fights, knowing he's made our people look bad. All them Black celebrities, whether they be whatever they are, they're complicit in this guy's rise to fame. So I don't want to hear niggas saying you're a culture vulture, you're this, you're that. You niggas let him in. You let him in. You could have gave that interview to a Black dude for free, or a Black media outlet for free, or for less money. But you did it because you wanted to get paid. Because the materialistic and the monetary income is more important than anything else. We sell ourselves, or we sell our culture out every day over that shit. So it doesn't surprise me But I just want for people to understand that this isn't some noble thing Marlon Wayans is doing. He was gonna go on an interview if he would have gave him the 40 bands. So it is what it is. And again, you can't be mad when you guys have been complicit in DJ Vlad's success. Stop watching him. The same thing just happened to Skip Bayless. He took Shannon out, he took Stephen A out, and what happened? Ultimately, once he got around some other people, the platform started to crumble. That is the exact same thing that will happen to DJ Vlad if Black culture stops investing in this guy. Stop getting mad at everything he says. Stop also having the celebrities, though, going over there and taking that money from him. If you really stand on business and you really don't fuck with DJ Vlad, don't take no bread from him. Don't answer no text. Don't answer no emails. We don't want to hear about it when he won't pay you, because to me, that's some weirdo shit. Okay, he didn't pay you the 40 bands, so now he's a culture vulture. But if he would have paid you the 40 bands, you would have been on there. Come on now, make it make sense. Same thing with, there's a hypocrisy in DJ Vlad, because he wants a certain regard within our culture, but he doesn't want to give our culture the respect. So how do you want to be, and he thinks money buys your way into the culture, but you can't even 100% blame him for that, because to a certain degree it has. How many people have bought their way into Black culture? Literally the music industry, everything, right? Dapper Dan, I could go on multiple examples of how people have bought their way into Black culture. I mean, it is what it is. So you can't necessarily blame him for thinking that he can buy his way into the culture when he's seen it a million times. So that's what he's done. And now where he is in the pedestal he's on, he realizes that that's all he has to do. So his mind, his philosophy is, I don't care if you don't fuck with me or not, I can buy you. And that's exactly what he was gonna do, is buy him. And if he would have met the price, we wouldn't be having a conversation. But you can't look at people as just objects, and Black people as just objects and somebody to interview and numbers and statistics, but then also want the respect from the Black culture. Because there are going to be certain people that call it out, that already have. And this is why he be in this tug of war with Black culture. Because he wants respect, yet he doesn't give it. You're a white Jewish man presenting yourself in Black culture. You need to walk and talk with respect. You know what I mean? And it just doesn't make sense to me. You can't give it, but you want to get respect. You know what I mean? You want to be revered as a good podcaster, a good interviewer, whatever it is, but you don't want to give respect to the culture. Vlad has a lot of great content. Let's keep it 100. He has a lot of great content that I've seen. When he's off the messy shit, he's just interviewing people and asking about their life stories. It's great interviews. Stick to that, but you won't. So you don't want respect because you're not going about it a respectful way. That's my take on it. But at the end of the day, I think Black people need to stop being upset at stuff that they take part in. Y'all want to be mad at DJ Vlad, but y'all have given him millions and millions of dollars in views by investing in his time, you know what I mean? In his channel, by getting mad and reacting to what he says. You guys have made this guy big. Without doing that, he doesn't get to where he is. And so we have to look at it and take accountability, especially Black celebrities. Y'all do a lot of crying and this dude ain't the culture and this and that, but y'all the same niggas that go and sell y'all souls immediately to Atlantic, immediately to DJ Vlad, immediately to Adam 22, immediately. You don't even give a fuck. So I don't want to hear it. That's why I don't really care what Marlon Wayans is saying, because it's like, okay, and he's a culture vulture, and he was going to go on the platform. So it is what it is. Like, I don't understand from either side. And I think both people are just mad. DJ Vlad is mad because he couldn't get the interview. Marlon Wayans is mad because he couldn't get the bread. So this isn't something to take and then make it this big culture conversation, because, and even though it has to do with being a culture vulture in our community, these are two niggas that really are just arguing over the materials of what's going on, and they're arming other things as a reason to make it bigger and to make it seem more hurtful. But it ain't that. It's the same shit that's been going on in our culture. Y'all let niggas buy their way in. So until y'all stop doing that, we're gonna keep having these problems. We're gonna keep having people like DJ Vlad running around with their head larger than life, because they know if they pull out a wad of cash, young niggas and old niggas just alike will tap dance for master. At the end of the day, when y'all stop tap dancing for master and start going to your own media platforms that are Black owned, or whoever else, don't even gotta be Black, but when they're respectful and they're not painting us in a bad light, that's when things will get better. But until then, You're gonna keep seeing DJ Vlad hop on here and talk crazy. You know, y'all should have stopped fucking with DJ Vlad when he got on a minister, lied on a minister. Come on now, like he's done a whole bunch of things, but when will it be enough? When do y'all draw the line? When Marlon Wayans says something, I highly doubt it. I highly doubt it. Because again, he was going to go up there regardless. So black culture, you have to make your price priceless. That's what we have to do as a culture, make our price priceless. You cannot buy the culture. This is something that you can only gain by being in it, by experiencing it, by coming from it. And if we do buy it, releasing it. Or if we do, you know what I mean? We do sell it, releasing it on our terms and our conditions. That's what we need to do with our culture when it comes to media. Because right now, DJ Vlad is making the terms and conditions. And when you're making the terms and conditions, you get to control the way shit goes. So if he don't want to pay $40,000 and he didn't want to badmouth you, he can go ahead and do that because he's the one making the terms and conditions. So until we switch that up, we're gonna suffer. I just want to get on here real quick for that. Again, if you guys are watching, please like, subscribe to Kali the One, which is my solo channel, and also to the Fire Away podcast, which is I'm a co-host on. Keep the movement. Thank you for the love, for the hate. It's all support. I'm out of here.